Hello there, and welcome to OPTAKE Opinions and Takes on the trending sporting issues in the world. My name is Yao AJ Minta, and today I'll touch on the Paul Pogba situation at Manchester United. Yesterday we had Paul Pogba. No, actually, this past weekend we had Paul Pogba absolutely put on a masterclass in Man United's 5-1 victory over Leeds United in that derby in the opening game for both teams in the English Premier League. It was a dominant win, but not so surprising because at the end of the day, Manchester United suited to take advantage of a team that opens up the way Marcelo Bielsa's side does on a number of occasions. And moving forward is their inability to break down teams that defend deep that has cost them a title these past few years, especially under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Paul Pogba was aside Bruno Fernandes, he was the talk of the town because of the 4 assists that he provided, and there were some short assists, but unfortunately, just hours after that, putting on that masterclass, news emerged that he intends to run down the final year of his contract and not renew or extend that contract, and he plans to move away from Man United once this season comes to an end and possibly join Real Madrid. And PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, have also emerged as a potential destination for Paul Pogba. And so where does that leave Man United? What do they do in this situation? For me, they should go ahead and sell him or trade him for another player or a player or two, because at the end of the day, you don't want a situation where you are not sure about the guy's commitment. He has, in previous years, you questioned his commitment, and now he has put it out there, if the reports are to be believed, that he wants to leave. So you go ahead and try to utilize as much leverage as you have as possible and as quickly as possible, because at the end of the day, you don't want a situation where a player of Paul Pogba's quality will leave for free and Man United gets nothing in return after investing heavily in him. You would want at least something in return, even if it's pennies on the dollar. You go ahead and make a trade, or you go ahead and sell him. For me, if he wants to go to Real Madrid, go ahead and go to Real Madrid and exchange Paul Pogba and get in return Federico Valverde, because Federico Valverde plays pretty much the same role as Paul Pogba does, where he can play as a defensive midfielder, he can play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as a central midfielder too, and he occupies a lot of space and provides assists, provides goals, and he's a tough tackler. He gives you a lot of industry in the middle, and he gives you a situation where you can play him exclusively as the defensive midfielder and not sacrifice creativity by pairing Fred and Scott McTominay just in front of the defense, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done on a lot of occasions throughout his stay at Man United, because he wants solidity in front of the Man United back four. But playing McTominay exclusively as the DM, playing Fred exclusively as the DM doesn't work, because they have their limitations. But with Federico Valverde's speed, with his strength, with his industry, and with his eye for goal and eye for quality pass, you have a mini Paul Pogba, if I can put it that way. And it wouldn't be too bad of a replacement should you make that move happen by letting Paul Pogba go, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, Paul Pogba has disappointed since he moved to Man United. He was signed to Man United to be that guy, to be the man, and he hasn't proven it so. It has come in spurts, but he hasn't been consistent about producing for Man United at the elite level. He was pretty much signed to do what Bruno Fernandes is doing now. Bruno Fernandes, after a year and a half, has taken the scrub by the neck, and he's been brilliant for Man United. He's been more than what Man United asked for, and that's what Paul Pogba was signed to do. Because you look at this guy's combination of speed, strength, technical ability, and dribbling ability, he has it all. He has it in him to become one of the truly elite players in the world. But unfortunately, for some reason, he just can't bring it to every game consistently. He has his highs, he has his very deep lows, as we saw in last season, where he had just 3 assists the entire season. But this time around, in just a game, he has 4 assists already. You can't have pretty much your second best player moving towards the extremes on the negative side, and on the positive side just yin-yang in between the two. It doesn't help in consistent production or in getting consistent wins for a team like Man United. So for me, he has already shown his hand that he wants to leave. He's been hinting towards his departure for a very long time, for the past 2 seasons, and it has caused a lot of frustration. It has cost Man United a lot of money, because they had to sack Jose Mourinho as a way of appeasing Paul Pogba to get him to sign a long-term contract and get him to stay. And on top of that, Man United has had to deal with his agent Mino Raiola's shenanigans. So in order to just get rid of all this frustration and inconsistent play, just let the guy go. Even if it's pennies on the dollar, let him go, because at the end of the day, you are bound to lose leverage anyway, because he has already put it out there through his body language and through the reports, if it's to go by, that he wants to leave. So already you've lost a ton of leverage. You don't want to lose any further leverage, so go ahead and make that move happen. Sell him, or you go in for a player exchange at Real Madrid, where he prefers to play, going for a youngster like Federico Valverde, and at the end of the day, Man United wouldn't lose any momentum that they've gained so far this season. And Federico Valverde is a youngster. You can build on him for the future and continue to win games and possibly trophies. So that's my take on this issue. You can also have yours. Let's get talking. Like this page, comment, and share this page, share this video too, and let's get talking.